Alright, welcome to the math notes for 1.1.3. Today we're going to do a little review of different types of angles. An angle, remember, is formed when you have two rays that come together at a vertex. A ray is like half of a line. It has a starting point and it goes off infinitely in one direction. So when we get two of those connected at a vertex, we get an angle. And we talk about the measure of an angle when we're talking about this distance between those two rays. So we can have two rays that are very close together, in which case we get a small angle. We can have two rays that are connected at a vertex but then open way up, and then we're going to get a larger angle. Well, we have names for these small angles and large angles, and you probably remember them from earlier in school. The first one we're going to look at is called an acute angle, and that's the small one, the one that's less than 90 degrees. So an acute angle is between 0 and 90 degrees. And I always think, oh, look at the cute little angle. It's so little and cute, right? Easy to remember. It's a cute angle. It's little and less than 90 degrees. Then we have a right angle, super important angle in geometry and your integrated classes. And just in life in general, 90 degrees, very common angle. Every time the floor hits the wall, it forms a 90-degree angle. When the wall hits the ceiling, any corner of a book, piece of paper, tons of stuff at 90-degree angles. In fact, when I, sort of need an impromptu way of checking if an angle is 90 degrees, you can take the corner of a piece of paper and line it up. Just pretend this box is my paper, and we'll see down here, that's the 90-degree angle. All right? Obtuse angle. Obtuse angle is a big and obtuse angle. It's any angle between 90 and 180 degrees. So now we had our 90-degree line right here. Dot, 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 dot. This would be 90 degrees. We're past that 90 degrees, so we are into obtuse territory. Another popular angle is a straight angle. Straight angles have a measure of 180 degrees and are formed when the sides of the angle form a straight line. So it looks a lot like a straight line. You want to be on the lookout for straight angles. A lot of times they won't be just shown as one angle. They could be formed by two angles. So if we had an angle like this, and let's say this angle is 45 degrees, and this angle is 135 degrees, and we add those two together, we get 180 degrees. So those two angles together form a straight angle. They're also called supplementary angles, and we'll deal a lot with those as time goes on. The final one here is called a circular angle. It's any angle that makes a measure of 360 degrees. And in math, the typical convention for this is to measure counterclockwise. So we go around the angle, we get back to the original part, and we get a full circle, which is 360 degrees. You'll notice that up here, when you do 180 degrees, you have half a circle. When you do 360 degrees, you have a full circle. All right, guys, those are the 4 types of angles we're going to talk about today. I've got a little problem for you to work on right now. Copy that figure down into your notebook. Label those angles 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then give the measures over here that we're asking for, okay? So answer these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions in your notebook. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. One last thing before we go. I want to call attention to this There's instructions right here that say to state how you know for sure that these angles are either acute, right, obtuse, or straight. So give us your reasoning behind your answer. Don't just give the one word answer.